Guys, welcome back to the Eman Games channel. I am Marco, and today we are back with the third episode of ePlay analysis and commentary. So in this format we commentate and analyze your replays from your matches from Duel book. So if you have any interesting replays, you can send us on Facebook or Instagram. No further talks, let's begin. Today we have these two users, Legendary Dusksun and Lynchbird. As some of you have asked previously, in this episode we will show both players' hand. So let us know in the comment section below if you prefer that both players' hand are showed or just one of those. So let's begin. Okay, so Lynchbird here wins the rock, paper, scissors, and we decide to go first, I guess. Yes. Okay, so here we have Lynchbird that is playing a Salamangreat and Dusksun is playing Pendulum. So is Lynchbird turn and has Salamangreat Roar, Ash Blossom, Foxy, Phantasma and the Mirror. So if Foxy is able to reveal something, this is gonna be huge. I think that you kinda have to reveal with Foxy's effect, because you really have no play. I mean, you can go into Foxy, no effect burnings to add the Sanctuary. Activate Sanctuary, discard the Roar to special summon Foxy, and then you can go into Loof and relinking Loof. So you can add back the Roar, but I don't think that's worth it. I think it's better if you use Foxy and dig for something. And in Dusksun hand we have a really good hand, because you have the Servant and you have basically 3 spells to trigger Servant. So let's see. Okay, Foxy uses its effect and reveals Jaguar. Okay, this is not super useful because now you can't use Foxy's effect anymore, but yeah, still +1. So now Bearings activates its effect and searches the Sanctuary. Okay, so I think that now the correct play is to relink Bailings. Otherwise, Dusksun can just summon one monster and attack into the Bailings to shut down the Roar. So let's see. Okay. So here he relinks the Bailings. That's correct. Sets 1 and pass. So he's pretty much in a good spot because this has the Ash Blossom, the Phantasma and the Nibiru. So yeah, it also has the counter. So basically, 2 interruption plus Nibiru and Phantasma. So let's see. Here Dusksun draws Dragon Shine. Okay, that's a really good hand, because you can imagine that here could be a Roar or a Rage, basically. So you don't want to really activate Servant of Endymion like at the beginning of your turn, because otherwise it will get negated, and this is like your best play right now. So maybe here, that's kind of strange, because you can go Shrine and you can send Dark Worm and then normal summon like the Curtain Raiser. So you can attack into the Bailings basically. Also Shrine can bait an Ash, so even if Shrine gets ashed, you can just like go into Curtain Raiser special with its own effect, and then you can like normal summon Servant, or if he uses counter, you can still go into Servant, and then even if Servant gets ashed, you still have a good scale. So yeah, maybe my play here would have been Dragon Shine into the Dark Worm, and then special summon Dark Worm, normal summon the Curtain Raiser, and attack. Yeah, because after that you still have basically 3 spells for Servant, because you have the Into the Void, the Pot of Desire, and a Scale basically. So let's see how Darkson plays. Okay, it goes for Curtain Raiser. So I think now it wants to really normal summon your Servant of Endymion. But now, if you do like that, the Dragon Shrine gets useless, because Dark Moon can't be special summoned anymore. So let's see. Okay, Curtain Raiser gets summoned, and then normal summons the Servant. So it will enter into the battle phase, I think now. Yeah, here it is. So okay, it protects with Balings, I think that's correct. And then Curtain Raiser attacks. Okay, so now you can go into Electrumite, but maybe before going into Electrumite, you can go like with your draw spell, so Into the Void and Pot of Desires. So let's see. Also, a good effect from the Mighty Master is that you can move 6 counters from your field and special summon it from the scale, and then you can pop like a lot of cards. So yeah, it's really good to break boards. Let's see if it gets to use this game. So now it goes into the void. Okay, now it wants to draw as many cards to see what is really good to send with Electrumite, and I kinda agree on that. Okay, so yeah, I also agree with the lance board that is not dropping the Ash Blossom here. You just want to keep it for like Servant or Desires and stuff like that. Okay, so Allures draws into the Gate 0 and the Reflection. So it's not like a pure Endymion list, but as you can see, it's like more Pendulum based War Dragon. Maybe we may see Goliath or Sloth, stuff like that. So now Allure has to banish the Gate 0. Alright. So now maybe you have to go into let's see, maybe Electrumite, maybe Desires, maybe you have to Desire here, and then you go into Electrumite. Okay, he decides to go for Electrumite first. Yeah, maybe he just wants to send something good with Electrumite, and he doesn't want to banish it with Desires, so maybe a Sloth, and then you can Pendulum summon it. So, okay, Electrumite comes down, activates effect, and sends a Slot. Okay, so it didn't want to banish a Slot with Desires. So here, if you just Pendulum summon 1, and you just Pendulum summon Slot, you just get to summon 4 monsters, so you even play against Nibiru. But you pretty much lose against Rage, yeah. But yeah, I think I can take the risk. It's more probably a Roar, this one, because otherwise Rage would have been activated previously. So let's see. Okay. So now you can put a scale, you use the Electrumite effect to add back the same scale. Oh yeah, you can also add back the Servant, that's pretty good also. Yeah, that's correct play, definitely. Because now you have the Desires, so Servant can get more counters on it. But you still have to just Pendulum summon 1, because if you Pendulum summon 2 before Servant gets activated, you just get Nibiru. So now you draw into the void with Servant, that's pretty good. So here you just go into Servant, into the void, then Desires, and then see what you draw. Okay, Servant into the void, that draws, ooh, that's pretty good. Spell Power Mastery, that can add another Mighty Master, that's really good. Okay, 1 counter, so now you go into the Power Mastery, that's good. You get Mighty Master, so now Servant gets 3 counters. You can use already its effect. That's pretty good. So maybe here you could have used Desires to beta Nash before, because it's not likely that you are going to banish all of your targets of power mastery. So maybe here the correct play was like to go into desires first, so you most likely get ashed on it, and then you still get to summon the Jackal King and the Mighty Master, so you get to play around both Ash and Nibiru. So yeah, maybe before I would have used desires just to beat an Ash. Now it goes into desires. That I don't think now desires is going to get dashed, because Servant already has 3 counters. So maybe it just saves Ash for the Servant, and then it will go into Nibiru. But now if he draws like Jackal King, it's gonna be tough. Okay, oh, Ash comes down here. Okay, so now you get, okay, he activates Shrine, yeah, just useless at this point. Okay, he uses Endymion effect now. I don't think that this move makes any sense. It wants to break the board, okay, I understand it, but now the most important thing is just to put Jackal King on the field, because his opponents still have the Foxy, and if you like go into Jackal King plus slot plus Mighty Master, it's basically a game, because you just protect your slot with Mighty Master and Jackal King. I don't see any real reason here to using Mighty Master's effect, because this set card has been here since like the beginning of the combo, so it's more likely a useless card. Okay, so he summons Mighty Master and pop 2 cards. Okay, so now Mighty Master gets 2 counters, and then he activates the other Mighty Master, and I think that he wants to Pendulum summon slot. But now it will run into a huge Nibiru here, I have to say. Yeah, exactly. So his board is inconsistent in anything. So like, in my opinion, the correct move would have been going into Servant just to play around the Nibiru, because like every Salamangreat player mains deck Nibiru now to have an edge for the mirror match. So I think you had to play firstly around it, and then around like impermanence, stuff like that. Also because you had already the Mighty Master that could have bounced the Servant to get an additional negate for spell and traps. So yeah, now Nibiru comes down with a very huge token, like, like 5,000 defend and 10,000 attack. So let's see. Ooh, here Salamangreat player draws into desires. So let's see, he summons Foxy, discarding the Jaguar, I guess, and Servant gets destroyed. So yeah, I think that this game is pretty much over, because like you can go into the Ithleo to get rid of the token and then still put negate with the counter trap. So yeah, this game is pretty much over. Alright, so he draws Buffalo and Foxy. Yeah, that's like really good draws, because you can go into Stadio, or maybe, yeah, you can just draw cards with Buffalo at this point. Yeah, I think drawing cards with Buffalo is better. Okay, so it goes with Wolf. Buffalo gets the draws, discarding Foxy. Ooh, enemy controller. Okay, that's pretty good, because this token is huge. Okay, so yeah, that's basically the game. You just get to summon a monster and yeah, just steal the token and like OTK. Okay, so 1-0 for Salamangreat player. As you could see, it didn't drop the Phantasme. Maybe I would have dropped it on the Electromite, because otherwise you don't get any other scenarios during this turn in which you could have dropped it. Even if you tribute it with Nibiru, it's still fine, because for Salamangreat it's really easy to get rid of Nibiru token, even if it's huge, because of Ithleo. So yeah, maybe he could have used the Phantasma before. I think I would have definitely used that. Yeah, maybe that would have been correct, just to draw into more end traps, or just like shuffle like some bricks. Yeah, you know. So game 2, I think Pendulum gets to go first this time. So let's see. So opening hand is really good, like really good. Foolish, Allure, Into the Void, and Desires. So, and you can see a Nibiru from the Salamangreat. So Nibiru is not like a really good problem usually for Pendulums because of Jackal King. So let's see. I think that now the correct play is to go into Foolish Burial to send the Dark Worm. Dark Worm gets the special summon and adds the gate 0. So then you can like draw 2 cards with Allure and banish the gate 0 the Jackal King depending on what you draw. So, okay, it goes first for the Into the Void. That's pretty risky because if you draw into the gate 0, that's gonna be like not good at all. But this time paid off and they drew like the Servant. Yeah, also drawing like the Dark Worm is not that good because it's not that useful because you get it already with the Foolish Burial. But yeah, maybe he wants us to like search for his Servant, and this time pays off. So now that you draw Servant, you just go into Servant, activate all your spare cards, and just like play into the mirror really easily. Okay, so here the Dark Worm gets special summon, searches the gate 0. So now you go into the Allure of Darkness, I guess. Yeah. And you draw into another Allure and another Servant. Okay. So now Servant gets 2 counters. Now you can go both Desires and Allure because Allure has the Jackal King to banish, but that's not super good. Yeah, you can still decide because you can't use the Jackal King as a scale. Yeah, so maybe you can go into Allure and that's still fine. And it draws, the EP3 and Dragon Shrine. Okay, Dragon Shrine is okay because you can still get a counter for Servant or Jackal King, so it's fine. Okay, so here Allure banishes the Jackal King, and now Servant can use its effect. Okay, no hash here, so here Jackal King gets special summoned with 1 counter on it, and now you can go into Desire easily because you're not afraid anymore to banish all your copies of Jackal King. So now he goes into the Shrine, wants to like makes his deck thinner. So now Jackal King gets 3 counters, so you can link the Servant and the Dark Worm away to play easily Electromite and play around the Nibiru as well. Now you can go into the Desires. Maybe here you could have gone like with Electromite first, because here if you banish your slot, it's gonna be like clutchy. But then yeah, maybe you could have done like Electromite before to send the slot, and then go into the Desires so your slot doesn't get banished. But now Desires draws into the Mastery and another Dark Worm. So yeah, here you take the high scale with Mastery. Yeah, I think that this game is pretty much over because this opening is gonna be like insane. So Servant gets activated, and also the Mastery. You get the Mighty Master, and then you can go into a Electromite like and combo off like super easy. So now also the Master can remove 6 counters from Jackal King since it has a lot of counters to special summon itself. But you do that at the end of the combo because Mighty Master has to destroy something in order to special summon itself. So now Electromite sends the Curtain Raiser. Okay, so now since you have the Curtain Raiser and the Dark Worm, you can like go into a rank 4 play. That would be pretty good if you place Dueler, because Dueler shuts down like Salamangreat really easily. You can also go into the Guard Dragon combo since you have 2 Dark Worm. Okay, so now Pendulum Summon, you also get the Apex. That's really good. So now let's see. Okay, it goes into Abyss Dweller. Okay, that's really good, like really good. And now Mighty Master gets summoned, removes 6 counters from Jackal King, and pops the Dark Worm. So yeah, as you can see, you have like Walking Floodgate for Salamangreat, 1 negation for monster, 1 negation for like everything, and 1 negation for spell traps. And the following turn, even if Abyss Dweller gets like destroyed somehow by battle or card effects, you still get the servant to special summon Mighty Master or Jackal King. So yeah, that's pretty much game over. The Nibiru was completely useless because the Jackal King was down before the 5th summon. So yeah, here he tries to use the Nibiru that will get negated by Jackal. Yeah, I think that's pretty much game over. You can use like Duelist phase if you're afraid of like Kaiju or Sphere mode or Dark Ruler no more. Yeah, I would have done so, because anyways you have like the Apex Savior and the Mighty Master for an infinite impermanence. So yeah, now the Salamangreat player just scoops because no way he can play through all of this. He didn't even have a monster to run over the Abyss Dweller. So like, you know, it's pretty much over. So game 3, Salamangreat starts with Foxy, Wheel, Sudden Judgment, Foolish Warrior, and ShareAlike. Okay, so here we see pretty much twice, yeah, because Sudden Judgment is not that used in Salamangreat. Maybe he just sides it, or maybe he uses it in main deck. But the Pendulum player is also really good then, because he still has the Servant, he has the Pankratops, he has the Desires, he has the Curtain Razor. Yeah, pretty good. So here you can go into Foxy, and you can still use the Foxy's effect because you still have a play. Even if you don't like search anything with Foxy, you still go into Bailing, search the field spell, Will, special summon back the Foxy, Foolish Burial can send Spinny, and then you go into Stadio. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Also because you have no real good cards to discard with Foxy. So yeah, let's see. Foxy effect. Ooh, here it is: Rage, Roar, and Wheel. Okay, so Wheel is not an option. Rage is really good against Pendulums because like you can pop the 2 scales, so maybe I would take it. But also Roar is really good in case of stuff like Evil Image or cards like that. So yeah, maybe you can take the Rage. Yes, maybe you can take the Rage. You can use Foolish Warrior to send Spinny, and you can go into Stadio like at the beginning of your combo. So Stadio can special summon back Gazelle. Gazelle can send the other trap card, and then you go into Wolf. Then Will will special summon back the Foxy. Wolf will add back the Gazelle. So the Foxy can go into the Bailings, and then you relink Wolf and Lynx for another Wolf and add back the other trap. Yeah, that's like a really good way to go, because you have the Solemn Judgment, you have the Roar, you have the Rage, you have the ShareAlike, you have the Will for the following turn, and also the Gazelle in hand. So yeah, maybe I would go for this. It looks like a really good plan, honestly. So let's see. Yes, back the Roar, okay. Yeah, maybe you prioritize Roar in case of like Evil Image or stuff like that. So let's see. He goes into the Foolish Burial, okay, sends the Spinny. I think he goes for the play I've just mentioned. So now he can go into Stadio. Okay, Stadio summons the Jaguar. Okay, I don't know why you would ever go for it. Okay, Wolf gets summoned. Stalio gets shuffled back. Jaguar comes on the field. And then you get to add back a Foxy. Alright. Then you go for the Lynx. And you search the Sanctuary. Okay, now I think he's going to relink the Lynx. Okay, and just gonna set and pass, I guess, at this point. Yeah. So I think that this board, like, you made the same play, but like you just recycle one stadium. I mean, it's okay if you just only play one, but I don't really see the reason behind this. You just got like one less interaction with the rage, and instead of the Gazelle end, you got the Foxy. So yeah, I don't think that was the optimal play, because this play doesn't even play around in Nibiru. So yeah, I think that was not really the way to go. If you end on like Rage, Roar, Judgment, and ShareAlike right with Gazelle in hand and Will on field, you have won the duel anyways. So yeah, this is really strange, to be honest, really strange. So now Pendulums draws into the Spell Power Mastery. Okay, really good. So now I think you have to yeah, that's pretty tough, because you can go into the Curtain Raiser, I think, and then you can go into the Pankratops, and you still have to use your normal summon. So if you go like this, special summon Curtain Raiser, special summon Pancratop, normal summon Darkworm, you can run over all your opponent's monster, because the Curtain Raiser can attack the Lynx, Darkworm can crush into the Sunlight Wolf, and then Pankratops can run over the wolf, which will get protected by Lynx, and then Pankratops can destroy one, and then you still have your servant, the Desires, and the Spell Power Mastery, and his counter trap is gonna be useless. So yeah, I think that's a really good way to go. So let's see. He special summons Pankratops, okay, and goes into the battle phase. But if you go that way, you are not gonna force the counter anyways, because he can protect the Link with Lynx. So yeah, Lynx here gets destroyed by battle, and then use Pankratops on a random set card. I don't really like this play, because it seems random here. If he targets the ShareAlike right, this is gonna be like a huge minus. But here, yeah, Roar gets targeted and gets destroyed, so yeah, that's pretty good. So now you can go into Servant, activate Servant, use Curtain Raiser, Servant gets a counter, and you still get other two counters with Desires and Spell Power Mastery. So yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I don't get why you don't go into the Servant before. It didn't touch the Rage, and most probably it doesn't have the Rage in his set cards, so why wouldn't you go into the Servant? I don't know. So now Darkmoon gets normal summon and added back the Gate 0 once again, and Gate 0 now he goes into rank 4, maybe Tornado Dragon, yeah, okay, and it gets Solemn Judgment. Alright, that's pretty strange. So he pays half of his life points. Maybe the Salamangreat player could have used Solemn Judgment on the Pankratops, but yeah, maybe it was correct to use it on the Pendulum summon, because if you go into Solemn Judgment uh, when opponents is Pendulum summoning, that was like really good. Maybe you could have taken the risk and keep the Solemn Judgment and like hope that the Tornado Dragon destroys the ShareAlike, right? That was risky, but now you basically have no interruptions left because ShareAlike is not a real interruption against Pendulum. You just get to search like once, and yeah, maybe twice. He also didn't use ShareAlike before when he used the Dark Worm effect. So yeah, that's pretty strange. Yeah, maybe it was kind of a misplay from the Salamangreat because it didn't use ShareAlike on Dark Worm effect. Also now the Dark Worm can get special summon from the grave, and like the Pendulum player can go nuts. Okay. So now let's see. I think you have to Dark Worm from the graveyard 100% at some point. So ShareAlike doesn't even get used now. Why? I don't know. It's pretty strange. So Spell Power Mastery adds back the Mighty Master. So the Zash comes down. Yeah, that's like standard. Let's see what he draws. Spell Power Mastery and another Mighty Master, which is pretty good because now you can use it one as a scale and one as a monster to negate stuff. So now he uses Shareband. That's kind of a misplay because you have the Dark Form in grave and you can use it to get one more monster to get into Electromite. I don't know. So yeah, here Mighty Master comes down. I still don't get why he didn't summon Jackal King. Maybe he banished all the copies. Yeah, probably, because it doesn't make any sense to summon the Mighty Master now. So now scales. And yeah, maybe he doesn't even want to go into Electromite. That's pretty strange because if you went with the Dark Worm before, you could have used easily Electromite and then Pendulum summon maybe a slot, and that was game over basically. But now you really don't want to link the Mighty Master away. So maybe it's just gonna pass. Or Pendulum summon, yeah, Pendulum summon another Mighty Master, so you basically get 2 negation for spell traps. So let's see. And he passes, and it draws into another ShareAlike. Alright. So now the Salamangreat player has few options. You can go into Wheel, summon back something, or you can just summon back Spinny and use Foxy. Foxy effect can reveal something and then you go into Stadio. But here the Mighty Master is really good because if he's not playing Borderlaw Dragon, there is really no out to this thing because it can't be destroyed by card effects or can't be targeted. So yeah, that's pretty good. So Foxy here reveals the Foul. That's pretty good. It's a special summon. And let's see. Spinny comes down, and then Stalio will come down as well. Falco, okay, now Falco can like set back something else. So now he goes into another wolf. Falco can set the counter trap, but before the fall comes down, okay. So I think that's really strange because the only play you have is like a link for like Borderlaw Dragon to run over the Endymion, but then after that the Endymion can add 1 card since it was destroyed by battle. Yeah, but maybe that's like your only option. Now Wolf has back the Roar. Yeah, that's really like a strange situation if you're not playing any link for. So Will is fine. You don't really wanna negate that. So Stalio wants to bounce one Endymion, but it really can't be bounced because it has a counter on it. So yeah, it bounces the other one. So yeah, maybe it was correct to negate the wheel, bouncing back the servant, because now you have two bodies, untargetable and undestroyable. So yeah, maybe you could have negated the wheel before. Yeah, maybe that was the correct play. And now we can go into wheel, or just it wants to run over the servant. So yeah, servant gets destroyed. There's some damage, and now it goes into the, yeah, it can't do anything now because like this Mighty Master is basically like like unbeatable. So yeah, let's see. So now wants to use wheel effect to special summon back 2 from the graveyard. But now you don't really have to negate with Mighty Master, because if you don't see the out to Mighty Master, you're just not going to negate anything. So yeah, Falco comes down and he links everything away with Phoenix because he wants to destroy something. I think he wants to discard a shard right at this point to get a draw. So yeah, also Falco can get this effect to set back the wheel. Yeah, that's the correct play. If you're not playing like any Link 4, this is the only way to go. You have to destroy the gate 0 because you already know one other Mighty Master in hand, so you don't want your opponent to Pendulum someone really. And the enemy controller comes down. That's kind of not really a big draw because it's really useless against Endymion. Yeah, still he tries to steal Endymion, but he just can't. So yeah, you just see how powerful Endymion is right now. So now he goes into the desires, but the desire can get negated by the roar. So yeah, he goes into the mastery to get the servant. Yeah, here the plan is just like keep pushing through the Phoenix or the Wolf because they can't be destroyed by battle, and try to burn the life of the Salamangreat player. So now the Zars comes down, but I think it will get negated by the roar. No, it doesn't. Oh, so maybe he wants to keep the roar for the Endymion, but still Endymion can't get destroyed. Also can't. Endymion can bounce the servant. So yeah. Okay, so now another Desires gets drawn, and also another servant. So now he can Pendulum summon the Gate 0 and the other Mighty Master. So he can just like attack into the Phoenix and the Wolf. So it can deal some nice damages. But I don't think it's still enough. So he has to wait for one more turn. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, if Salamangreat isn't able to deal with this servant, it's gonna be game. With this Mighty Master, sorry. Okay, so that's really strange situation. So another roar gets draw, but I don't see any way to go. Yeah, it goes for the enemy controller, but Endymion now can negate that. I think you have to, because otherwise you can crash into the Endymion. Yeah, exactly. The roar comes down, so yeah, you still get your body on the field, that's fine. Oh yeah, now actually the Endymion would be destroyed by the roar, so enemy controller can't take it anymore. Let's see if it... Yeah, exactly, they see that. So yeah, you just roared not to get another body on the field. Yeah, so now Jaguar gets activated, but I mean, these plates are just to stay alive for one more turn, but you're not gonna go anywhere. So let's see. Now Foxy comes down and reveals basically another wheel, which is useless because you already have one. Yeah, let's see. You're just keeping your Endymion on field now, so you're fine with it. So he goes for the Itleo. Okay. He summoned back the Pendulum scale, but actually he couldn't, because when a Pendulum scale is here, it isn't counted as a card in the spell trap zone, but in a Pendulum zone. So he didn't see that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So now he uses Itleo effect. It targets Itleo in grave and itself. No. Now this is kinda of a cheat, because they thought that Itleo gets the attack of the targeted monsters, but it's not like that. Yeah. So now Endymion gets to search one card, but yeah, that's pretty much a sort of cheat. But yeah, it will not change the result of the game. You will see in a few seconds, because he now passes. Allure comes down, really few cards remaining in the deck, and yeah, you just got scales, summon 2 Mighty Master and just attack for game. Okay. So you go into the Electromite gets roared. So 2 Mighty Masters comes down, and yeah, they just attack for game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, you can just summon 2 Endymions into Abramax, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So that was pretty much it for the duel of today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So we are waiting for your replays on our Facebook and Instagram page, and see you next time.